Welcome, everyone, to Pit Bull Stadium, just outside Miami and the home of the FIU Panthers. We are anxiously awaiting a battle as this fan base is ready to show everyone worldwide what FIU football is all about. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. And the Golden Flashes will kick it away to start. Coming out with it, it's Williams.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped
Hello?
at the 15. So the FIU Panthers offense will be first on
Yep,
the
I can hear you now.
Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy.
I didn't think about it till after I'd hit play, but I should have asked you if you wanted me to put on any of your 10,000 uniform combinations.
I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove the entire college football.
Hey, I like Kent State though.
He's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving
See how my guy JD does at quarterback here.
This is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent.
I was so hyped to get him. Like, not much to be excited about with FIU, but getting my Michigan quarterback to FIU is fun.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Yeah, see, I struggle with this because like I personally like a four-man front. I like a 4-2-5 with like elements of 3-4 and 3-3-5. But like I struggle running like the base 3-3-5s or the base 3 fronts like all game. I struggle with it, even though I'm told they're better in the game. I like a base of four-man fronts.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Yeah, I went from like a 68 to 74 this year. But, oh, come on now.
Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a offense when you got so
I don't know, with like, so with defense, so like my, like,
you got to take care of the football, right?
so the base book that I found is just a multiple one, just because it has a 3-4 base, but also has a lot of four-man fronts with like nickel and dime and stuff. And that's like the closest one that I found to what I like to run. So like, I have my defensive play custom book that I use in CPU games. I really wish we could use custom books in the league. Not because there's anything glitchy about it. Like it's up on, you can download it and see it. But it's like a legit scheme. But I'm just I'm a huge, not because I'm a Michigan fan, but I'm a huge Wink Martindale defense fan. Like way before it was ever implemented at Michigan, back when it was the Ravens defense with Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs and Ed Reed and all them. And I love it. I mean, it's what we run at Michigan now, so like I'm even more psyched for that. But Wink Martindale, Jesse Minner in the NFL, Brian Flores runs a version of it, and I'm a Vikings fan, so like I just love that amoeba style defense. It's like a mix of 4-2-5 and 3-4, but it runs like usually a lot of times it'll run 3 safeties on the field, and it's just a lot of stunts, a lot of twists, a lot of simulated pressures, a lot of what's it called? It's a kind of like a positionless defense, right? Because you move people around a lot.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. Turning it on. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Now the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Banks. They stop him almost immediately. Short game there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Right down the middle. It's caught.
Look at that. Yeah, you're about to whip my ass on this, dude. No, I agree with you. So, like, I run my own leagues. This is the only league that I'm in that I'm not, like, the guy that runs it. So, like, all of last year for CFB25, I ran, like regular leagues, but they were, like ones that you play in, but they were geared towards casual, beginner to intermediate level players, like, non-toxic, right? And, like, when I started running leagues, I was really, like, I was anti-custom playbook and all this stuff because I didn't want people to take advantage of stuff. And then at some point I was just like, you know what? Instead of trying to police the behavior of people, I'm just going to police the people. So, like, I just started, like, really cultivating the type of people I wanted in my server, in my leagues. And now we've got over on my server, we've got a really good community of people that, for the most part, I don't have to worry about any of them, like, cheating, exploiting anything, because we all are under the agreement that we want, like, a realistic, fun, non-toxic community that to play, you know, like one of the rules that I have in there, and everyone follows it, but it kind of requires the honor system, and that, you know, you got to be able to believe that everyone else is going to follow it, is when you play against you, because we like playing the CPU games. It's when you play a CPU game, if you're up by more than 28 points in the second half, put your mass substitute backups in. If you're up by that much or more in the fourth quarter, shoot clock. And what this does is it cuts down on people stat padding for end of season awards, and so people can play more realistically with, like, you know, getting rotations in there and not having to worry about passing 75 times because they're trying to compete with these other guys for the Heisman or whatever, right? And, like,
pulls it in. It's McNeil. All right, guys, let's talk about Florida International. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster.
That was nice.
Portal addition.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Panthers.
I should probably pull this up on YouTube so I'm watching at the same speed as you and I'm not ahead of you. Okay.
From the gun, running back gets the gift. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. trying to pick up a first down. Davis looking to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Burke. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent.
Yeah, and I just, I think it's more just like if you have a group of people that you don't have to worry about cheating, then, because like I've never run a sim league before, but I'm like about to start my own. I'm struggling because like a lot of the people on my server are not like sim players, and I'm not like tapped into the sim community to be able to like recruit well. So we've only got like 9 or 10 people to start, but and like I was talking to him, I was like, listen, I really don't care if I'm on the road and you want to run your custom book. I don't necessarily think it's an advantage over me, because I don't think the custom books are inherently better than the base books, in any real way. I mean, obviously, if you recruit for that book, then you're going to run that book better than any other book. But you could do the same with 425 or whatever, because the CPU isn't going to hot route everything. They're not gonna try to bring a linebacker down to glitch out the offensive line. They're not gonna do the stuff that makes custom books exploitable, right? Now, obviously, you can go in and set your book up so that like the only things that are game planned are like these 3 plays, but that's where I'm just like, listen, if you want to run a book, upload it, someone in one of the commissioners will check it out, make sure it's a legitimate scheme, and approve it. And then if there's any reason to doubt that you went in and changed it afterwards, at some point I may say, hey, jump on stream and just show me your book real quick. Like,
delivering big time. The return man takes it to the end zone himself.
Wait, how far behind are you?
Give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7.
I'm a diehard Michigan fan, dude. I'm a Michigan podcaster.
We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything.
Yeah, like I've actually got a show tonight. Like I'm officially a co-host on the Maze Madman channel, which we're about to rebrand to like the Maze. I don't know. He's some new name. But we've got like, I don't know, like 7,000 or 8,000 subscribers right now. We do a weekly show on Monday nights, and then we do post-game shows during the season. But then I also, like, we have like a network between us, the voice of college football at Michigan, and Johnny Old Jr. And so we're always like jumping in on each other's podcasts. Like I guest hosted with John and TJ over on Voice of College Football on Thursday with the whole like Michigan punishment stuff. And then I do another one with a buddy of mine called The Gamer Sideline, where we kind of do video games and sports. And so like I've done like 4 in the last like 3 days. It's ridiculous.
Did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Okay, dude. Bro, I've got friends that work at Ohio State. Like we're not one of those unreasonable ones. Like one of our guys will go hard at Ohio State fans that come on just to troll, but we welcome like Ohio State fans. Come on and let's talk, man. Like bring your opinions. It's like the Ohio State fans that come on there and aren't all about the hammer and cheating and stuff, where we can actually talk football, players, like what in the game, like we can actually talk the sport. It's fun. Like we love that shit.
On 3rd and long, the blitz pretty much puts the offense out of its misery with the sack.
Yeah, and it's so tough for the offensive line when you get in these situations and you know all these fast athletes are going to be getting after the quarterback. Who's coming, who's not coming. This is why you try to stay out of 3rd and longs, because bad things happen.
Punt is on its way. Now on the return.
Oh, it absolutely is. There's nothing wrong with like having fun, poking at each other and joking around. It's the people that take it to another level where they literally like have hatred for people because they're a fan of the other team, and like it's crazy. Like I can tell you, since starting to do the podcasting stuff a year ago, like the amount of hate that I get from people that have no clue who I am and have never talked to me is hilarious. But no, dude. Like I said, I have. We have a friend, Doreen, and her husband. They're from Ohio. I think they live in Columbus. She works at the university. Like she's an alumni. Her daughters, one of her daughters just graduated. She was in the band thing, and like we started doing this year. We started doing a spring game like get together where like from across the different channels, like a bunch of the guys that don't live in Michigan like flew in for the spring game, and like the ones up here drove down for it, and like we made it like a get together for our viewers. And Doreen and her husband both drove up from Columbus for the Michigan spring game. Came up there in the stadium in their Ohio State gear, and we had a great time. We're cool. We're cool with people like that, man. Like it's not we're not hateful and shit. Like there's joking and stuff back to back back and forth, but no. But as far as the sim league thing, like here's the thing, I'm down because I'm like I'm having so much fun in simulation. I worry about my available time because last year I ran 5 college football leagues and 2 Madden leagues. And right now I've got 1 that's going, but I've got 3 others that are being set up right now. And at least going to be running 1 or 2 more Madden leagues here within probably the next 3 or 4 weeks. Those will probably be up. Like I'm waiting beyond the one that we started, the one rebuild league that we started. I'm trying to wait for the big roster update that always comes right before the start of the season, before I start all the new leagues. And like I'm worried that if I say yeah, let me join, and then 3 or 4 weeks from now, like I'm struggling to have time to do it. I don't want it to feel like I joined and then bailed. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like giving people my word and then letting them down. So like I'm down to join, but I just don't know that that I'm going to have the same amount of time in a month.
Stopping him short of the first down line. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Hands it off. Look out, he's got room. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're going to ride this running back.
They just let it fare in on advance.
But not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panthers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack.
So,
not a crack.
My leagues, we do play the CPU games if you want to. You don't have to. Like, you could sim it, but a lot of us like playing the CPU games. I wouldn't be opposed to setting up one of the leagues that I do. Like there's still a 5th CFB league that like I want to have the same numbers I had last year. One of them is going to be a sim league, but I was trying to figure out like a way to make it a little bit different. So I hadn't really committed to it yet, so I wouldn't be opposed to starting one up like that. But I will tell you that like I said, it's the server. Okay, so like first of all, you're more than welcome to come join the sim league no matter what. The league where we play each other, again, it's casual and it's like mostly beginner to intermediate level players. Like we have 2 of the leagues that are quote unquote designated as comp leagues. But literally all that is that there's a handful of the players that got better from the start of last year to the end of last year, and they're kind of just outside of that beginner to intermediate range where, you know, a lot of our guys don't really have a chance to really be able to compete with them. So, like, they're specifically staying in those comp leagues, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know your skill level when you play user to user. So, like, if that sounds like it fits you, that's fine. But, like, I just want to be clear, because, like, if you're like a really elite player, like, it's not going to be a challenge for you at all.
Passes, it just never developed. After that last completion, it's second down. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Searching forward on the sneak. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. He now has 53 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
That's awesome.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Backed up now, here's second and long.
Right.
The play action fake. Looking for a big gain.
Oh!
It's complete. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D
no, I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome to join the server and join any of the leagues. Like I said, we've got the one-star rebuild league going right now. We're in like week 13, I think, or something of year one. So all of the leagues are slightly different, but so right now we've got the rebuild league is the only one that's currently running, and that's a one-star rebuild league. Like, no, we're not changing jobs. Like, we're sticking with the schools that we started with the whole way. We've currently selected teams for the two any team leagues or Power 4 leagues. Although all of my leagues use custom conferences where I regionally realigned all 10 conferences.
They now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Yeah, no, you're good. I just did this because I don't know why. It makes more sense to me for things like because there's no conference-tied automatic bids in the game for the playoffs. Like, it just literally treats all 10 conferences the same. Like, I just like the idea of the conferences being geographically like more in line, right? And so I found a way to do that. For like 99% of it is all like based on geography, and then like the 1% that's not is like to balance out the conferences. But every conference has 2 to 4 power schools and then a bunch of little schools, and 25 everyone loved it because like it spread the power out. It let the smaller schools sort of build up better because they're, you know, I don't know. It just ends up working. But anyways, so the two any team leagues, one I call the Legacy League because that was the only one where if you were in the CFB25 leagues that I had, if you had a specific team and you wanted to call dibs on that team, you could. Then we have the any team comp league, which is just, you know, I mean, we've already picked teams, but it was, you know, you can pick any team that's available. We haven't started them yet though because I'm waiting for the roster update. And then I've got the simulation league, and then I was going to have another G5 league. The simulation league I'm doing, I'm probably going to start with like 2.5-star or 3-star schools. And then I don't know what I'm doing for the 5th league yet. So that's the one I was saying, like, I haven't really thought too much about it yet. You're more than welcome to jump on the server and join any one of them or however many you want to. Like, I don't care. like I said, all I ask is that, again, it's casual players, non-toxic players. Nobody's glitching, nobody's doing exploits. You know, if you use a custom book, make sure it's like a legitimate scheme and not set up to, you know, run the same 3 plays out of 17 different formations to get around play call cooldown. Like, just like no bullshit, you know.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Yes, but each league has its own set of channels. So like, if you're in like these 2 leagues and none of the others, you can literally just like collapse or mute all the ones you're not in.
Pocket breaking down, and he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Yeah, that's fine. Now I've never run a sim league, so like I've successfully ran the regular leagues. I am brand fucking like when dude hit me up about this league, because like he just brought me on the server just to talk football. And originally I told him, I was like, I'm not gonna have time to do any other leagues. And he hit me up and he's like, hey, I'm just checking again real quick. Are you sure you won't have time to join one of these leagues? And he brought up the sim league, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Because I already like I get really anxious playing against other users. I just like playing the game with other people, and I like the team building aspect. So like last year in the CFB26 leagues, I would always offer any of my user opponents, like, hey, do you want to play it? Do you want to do, like, we called it a watch thing. Like, what do you want to do? And it was an option anyone that played me that we could do. But on that, you know, the commissioner had to put you on autopilot, right? So nobody else really did it. It was just if you played me and you wanted to, we could do that as an option. So when he said that, I was like, what the fuck is a sim league? Because I didn't even know this was like a thing that people did as like an entire league. And so like I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. And I told him, I was like, you know, there's a caveat that, you know, when my other leagues get started, I don't know how much time I'm gonna have. He's like, no, it's no problem. And I'm having a blast. So like I'm happy to join yours as well if you want me to. But I brought this up to say that like I'm sort of like last year was my first year like really running leagues. Like I had run a couple Madden 24 leagues for a friend, but it was like not that much. It was like for half a year. I never had to restart any of my leagues last year, and I definitely feel like I did them successfully, but there was a lot of trial and error and learning things. This year I feel much more confident in how I'm running the regular leagues, but I feel like with the sim league I'm very much like trial and error, figuring stuff out. So like as long as you're cool with somebody that's new to running it, like who's like sort of figuring the sim stuff out, totally cool.
Gonna look downfield again. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
That's awesome.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll take it himself. Inside the 25. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Burke. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Davis looking to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
But see, not always, because like I've got a custom book, offensive book that I play with personally. It doesn't do well in sim.
From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense got him at the 27. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. They've already put one field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead goes even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
And see, that's where I feel like
Here we go. They'll try to get
it's more
something
policing
on
the
board
type
here
of
in the
person.
final minute of the first
Like
half.
I honestly, like, if you had a custom book and I was playing and you were at home against me, I don't really care if you want to run a custom book. As long as it's a legitimate, like, scheme, I don't care. Like, run it. It doesn't bother me because, like, it's not gonna, I don't think the computer's going to do anything to make it better or worse than any other book, as long as you don't have it set up to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like his was running 4 verse repeatedly. Like, if you set the book up to do stuff like that, then you're probably just not someone I don't want in my league. You know what I'm saying?
How can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
Well, and that's the thing, is like a lot of guys get in here, and that was what I was finding with like the stat padding thing. Like pretty much everybody, nobody wanted the stat pad, but they came into it used to what they had seen in other leagues, and they were like, well, I just have to assume that other people are doing it, so I have to do it if I want to be able to compete. And so it's like, how about we all agree not to? And then we don't have to. Like, if I don't think that any of you guys are doing it, then I don't feel like I don't feel pressure that I have to compete with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I can trust that nobody else is, you know, making playbooks like this, then I don't need to make my playbook like that. Same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Long run and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
But yeah, I mean, that's just how I feel about it. It's like, listen, if you want to use a custom book, upload it so a commissioner can approve it. And basically all we're looking at is that it's, you know, got a good variety of types of plays and formations, so you're not just running only blitzes out of double mug and single mug, or you're not, your game plan isn't set up so that on first down all you run are mid blitz or something. You know, like I'm saying, like, as long as it's set up like a legitimate scheme, then who cares? Because for it to be effective in Sim, you've still got to have your team built correctly for it, the same way you would if you're playing a 4-2-5 or a 3-4.
Because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And I would venture to say that the majority of people that make custom books probably are not setting their books up properly to run like a real book in simulation. And by that I mean that it's not going to be as good as most regular books. Like 100%, my offensive book is not as good in Sim, so I don't use it in Sim. It's good for me playing, but not for simulation.
He wants to throw it again. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50 plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Leaves it with the back. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Davis will throw.
Right.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the back.
Yeah.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And whatever they did on
I've seen my team do it like twice now in this game.
Anymore. Third and very long coming up. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. FIU pushing tempo.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job?
Catch inside the 30 and still running.
Yeah, you're good.
And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30 plus. Another FIU. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense.
Damn, you're killing it on sacks this drive. I'm listening just.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
And the Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run it from the gun.
Yeah.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this.
That's
third
been
and long.
So that's been like the 2 biggest things that I've been like complaining about on the Gamer Sideline podcast, and I also know a few like, oh shit, my quarterback just got in here. I also know a few of the like tied-in podcasters that do like a lot of the content for EA, and like that like every time I talk to them when we're talking about like things that we want to like he's like, yeah, you know, like what kind of things do you think I should sort of suggest to him? And I keep saying the same thing, that my biggest disappointments for CFB26 are they implemented formation subs, but unless we can set our custom books to our scheme books, we can't utilize formation subs with custom books. And I think I understand why they don't have it in there, but there's an easy enough fix. Now, I'm not a programmer, but I in talking with my friends that are, this right here would be an actual like pretty or relatively easy. You're in IT, so you might know more about it than I do, but relatively easy to code in. So if, for example, if I've got my custom defensive book, right, and so it's tied to the sim stats, right, like the playbooks are tied to the sim stats, and let's assume that there's an issue with custom books and throwing off simulation stats. So then code something into it so that if I'm running my defensive custom book, that the game takes a look at the formations and sets in my custom book, finds the base book that is the closest to it, and then sets the simulation part of the game to recognize my book as that. Like, that wouldn't be too hard to code in.
Third play of the drive, they get a
right.
sack.
Well, but back then back then under that engine I don't think that the simulation stats were as tied into the playbooks as they are for Madden and CFB right now. Damn, and now my starting defensive lineman gets my star defensive lineman gets injured. I hope it's not serious. Fuck. But yeah, so like I'm assuming that that's why they don't, is something, because that's all. I think that's also why they don't let us have custom schemes, because the simulation stats are also tied to scheme fits. So like, because I don't know if you remember in Madden, like I don't know, like 16 or 17 or something, I could go in there and put like 3-4 storm. And then if I wanted to, instead of having a run support free safety, if I wanted a hybrid, I could switch it to hybrid for my scheme. But now I think it's tied to the simulation stats, and that's why we can't have custom schemes like that. But like it wouldn't. So that, and then the other thing is the dynamic pipelines, because like you said in earlier games, what it should have is it should have you like your base 3 or 4 pipelines that you're that you're, or even if you want to do the majority of them, make it like the base 5 or 6 pipelines for every school, like their traditional pipelines, are static. But then the other ones drop off or get added on based on your recruiting. And I think in one of the early games it was like it was like for every 3 recruits you had on your roster at that time from that pipeline, it gave you a bonus in that pipeline. They could do something like that, and that was, in my opinion, the biggest fumble with this going from 25 to 26.
Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Golden Flashes want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent.
Well, and that's what makes it so hard. Like the first rebuild I did in the game when I first got it was Delaware. Delaware's got like 3 or 4 pipelines and they're all tier 1. That's it. And this game is so much more like pipeline based and like geography based for recruiting that it made that rebuild nearly impossible.
Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12 and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13.
My backup quarterback's
on first down. With the catch, it's Lewis.
Mine.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. And that's another FIU.
Yeah, I'm on 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line right now. Or sorry, the 24-yard line.
And the Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he's wrestled to the ground. He now has 80 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense... I'm also trying a new... I switched to the veer and shoot. I tried the power spread, different books, and they're just so inconsistent, especially in like big games.
You're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down.
So I'm trying the veer and shoot. I've never used veer and shoot before, but my friend kept saying, try the veer and shoot, try the veer and shoot. So I'm trying a couple different playbooks in veer and shoot.
You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Yeah.
Field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And the Golden Flashes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll pull it on the read.
So I don't know how much you've looked into like the blocking and like this. So offensive line needs a minimum of 75 awareness to be in the right, to even hit the right blocking assignment more often than not. And really you want it like 80 or higher. If your offensive lineman has below 75 awareness, they probably should not be starting for you if you have another option.
In the middle, it's Etheridge. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Flashes.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Carter.
Yeah.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The give to the back. That hole closed quickly. A pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9.
that touchdown pass was
Back to throw. It's
beautiful.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
The defense has
I'm
got
really
to be
hoping
able
the
to make a
starting
play at some
quarterback's
point here
not
in the second half.
injured.
You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Got it in the middle. It's Lewis.
All right, did you want to send me a link to your server and let me look at the available teams?
Talk about his favorite receiver. It might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game.
All right, I just missed it.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Rides the back and leaves it. They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. FIU will line up to punt. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads it left. Hauls it in. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
The Golden Flashes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Right.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking left. Complete downfield. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying play action. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Newman. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get
the one that I joined, is that are those the base conferences?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South
I'm listening to you.
is lighting up the
Yeah, you can. Is it okay? So this one's any team.
Over the Judicials. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
What
Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. They'll send the back
I
in
may
motion.
ask you to set up the rules for mine similar to yours, because I like how yours is set up.
Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dawson. Good
I'm
call,
trying to think what
good
teams
execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Makes the catch. It's Dawson.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Dawson. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that's another FIU.
Is it 1 star, 2 star? Like I see San Diego State. Is it 2 stars? Or?
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Okay, so any
Looks as
G5
if we
teams?
have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quarterback may change this route. They'll run the toss.
Okay, is it possible
And there is
that
nowhere to run. They were eager
can
and
you
ready
send me
for him this
the
time
league
around.
info, because it would be easier for me to pick a team if I can look at the teams in the league,
Off-play
like
action.
and see the rosters in front, or actually not the roster, but the conference setups in front of me. So like I'll just join as a random team, take a look at the conferences and the teams, and then I'll pick a new team and switch to.
They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Oh, okay, that works too.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give to the back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. The golden flashes are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Right.
Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to
Yeah,
have
that
some
works.
matchups they could take advantage of.
Yeah,
in this
you're
one. And all of
making a
sudden,
comeback,
this
so
quarterback
yeah.
has now over 300
I'm just
yards
keeping
passing.
fingers crossed that my quarterback's not injured.
Quarterback
But
can't
it looks
pull
like
the
he might
trigger,
be.
and down he goes at the 41.
Man, I think this
So, but
quarterback
yeah,
needs to
so
take
drive
his
safe,
offensive
man, and
line
I'll take a look at teams and figure out who. Just like I said, if 3 or 4 weeks from now, my available time might change. I don't know until I see at that point.
And the golden flashes, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down.
I got you, man.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Yeah, man, it was nice talking
He
to you.
was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They go to the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Proctor. Fires to the middle. It's complete. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Lewis. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Panthers come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Complete to start this drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Golden Flashes want to move quickly. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Florida International. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a crease, it's Newman. Spins away from the defender. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Golden Flashes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't.
Touchdown, FIU! And the punishment has been extended.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point. Game 1 going exactly how they scripted.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. The Red Hawks of Miami are just steamrolling their way to victory. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up by 20 over the Judicials. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it down the left side. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. They just keep firing. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Gonna sling it on second down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Caught over the middle. It's Etheridge. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Makes the quick grab. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
The Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down.
And that's another FIU.
Right back to the well. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job on this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese
game.
Davis, and you've
Almost
been watching
gave
another
the game away.
presentation of EA Sports College Football.
God, I hope my quarterback's not injured. Okay, so there's no medical thing next to him, so it looks like he's okay. Hopefully he's good for the next week. Jaden Davis. Proctor played decent though. 10 of 10. Jeez, my backup came in 10 of 10 passes for 132 yards, okay. Kent State, DeShields, 29 of 39, 378 yards. Jeez, dude. What we get for rushing? Okay, so you had 118 yards and 114. So pretty comparable rushing. He was on 24 carries versus 17 carries, so you're a little more efficient there. 6.9 average. Receptions. So pretty well split between the two leading receivers. No receiving touchdowns though. Offensive line gave up 5 sacks. Defensive line did. Man, the CJ Young dude was good for Kent State. Okay, so it doesn't look like he's too badly injured either. Lashley and Gant both had sacks. Okay, cool. Alright, well, good game, man. It was fun. And on to the next one.